Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of BA298. I got our little scenic view here, and those of you that watched the video last week or seen, you may know I have a visual issue here because the grandkid accidentally kicked me in the eye a few weeks ago and had to get a surgery done, and I had a cataract removed a few years ago, so I think I told you that last week. So there's an artificial lens in there when they do that. Well, anyway, he kicked it loose, so they had to take it out, put a new one in. So it was pretty extensive. So right now I can't even see out of this eye, so that's why I'm kind of entertaining you a little bit with some visuals here. But anyways, um, so let's jump right in here real quick. Last week. In the first week. And I said before, like in last week's video, this course is different in that you have a text, but it's just a text of case studies. So what you're basically doing is learning how to do case analysis and some research. So with that, so the discussion last week, a few of you did not participate yet. So, but those of you that did, doing great as always. Same thing on the assignments, doing good. So no problem there. As we go down here to week 2, this week's an important week. I mean, every week's important, but this week's important because you got a couple things here. You have your reading, all right, and so this goes into the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is, it's an acronym for strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So when you start doing case studies, you're looking at those items for a company or an organization. So that's what it goes into. So those are the things you're looking for. So make sure you read into this. Also make sure you have the presentation here. All right, so this presentation here is also a little different in that it gives you a breakdown on how things are supposed to be written and presented. So you have quite a few slides. I mean, there's a lot of slides here, but it's basically straightforward how format is, what you're supposed to discuss when you're doing a case, because you got your project for this course. So this is part of that. So just make sure you're following the format and you understand the format and why you're doing things a certain way. Because in theory, I mean, yeah, you're going to do a project for me, and plus each week you're doing a mini case review. But in theory, you're doing this, you're going to be working for somebody down the road, and you might already be, and you're going to present something to your bosses or to a board or whatever the case is. So that's what part of this is. You may be tasked to, well, go do some research on the competition and tell us what you think, or do research on ourselves and tell us what you think, and you present it. And so that's why that's where you got these formats and why we have different ways to do it. And this is pretty generic. I mean, no matter where you go, you can Google SWOT analysis and things like that, and you're going to find the same systems and layouts and everything. So, like I said, this is pretty long, but the point is it's got everything in there. So, so make sure you go over that, and make sure you go over the other readings so you kind of understand. So as you're doing these weekly ones too, you're following kind of the same, you know, format as far as what you're doing on these case studies. So each week you'll have case studies, and then you also got your project. So I mean, and then we got the discussions. So that's the short version. Again, some of you have been in class with me before, some haven't. So I do these videos every week. If you watch them, you might get some good input. If nothing else, you might get some entertainment when someone has an eye issue. But otherwise, that'll be it. So and I also do my my weekly quiz. Now you got a special treat quiz this week because I got something here. So you can tell me what this is, and those of you that are basketball fans and stuff like that, you might know what this is. But my background, I grew up in New York City, so I went to my high school in New York was called Power Memorial. So there's some history to that particular school, Power Memorial Academy. So that's the school I went to, and our alumni association got a hold of some of these, and so there's that. And that will be it for this week. So I'm keeping this short because one, I can't see very well, and I don't want you having to look at me. But Otherwise, if you got anything, as always, I hope you figure out how to navigate around this new system here. Inbox, if you want to send me a message, you also got my number and everything in here. And also, this may look a little out of shape, and actually, I'll even show you something else just for giggles here. When I'm writing stuff up, I have to use the magnifier, so I can see better. Because my other eye, I have a cataract in, so I have to get that taken care of one of these days. So, should have had it done before I got the kick in the other eye, but anyway. All right, everybody. You have a great rest of the great upcoming week here. Let me know if you need anything, and with that, we will call it a video. Take care. Bye.